minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here. We are back for another episode of The Rise. If you think we started this show 3 times, you're wrong. And if you're on YouTube and you have no idea what's happening, you're watching the right version. That being said, if you like what we do here and you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is just like these fine folks that you see here before you. Head on over to our Patreon in the link in the description down below. That's the best way for it. Join us. You get 7 days free at the $5 tier, access to all of our after shows, all kinds of fun, cool stuff, and then you'll be just want to join because it's cool. Also, you get access to a super secret, super cool, Cool Kids Club section of our Discord, which is also pretty great. So go check that out. Discord link in the description down below. With that, in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the corruption bar. That bar serves 2 purposes. One is when that bar fills, I don't know, I probably kill a family member or ruin a village. In the game, of course. I'm not going to kill live family members in real life. Unless there's 2 bars. And the second thing that happens when that bar fills is every single dollar that goes into that bar goes back to this channel for all kinds of fun, cool things like editing and artwork and mortgages, just the cool stuff. That being said, and with no further ado, I turn things over to our illustrious GM, me, humble brag, previously on The Rise. We're having a time. Humble. I'm having a time.
Completely humble.
I'm in a fugue state. I don't know what's happened. I'm not even here today. Previously on The Rise, after a tense audience with the Gorgon priest Sethenic, the godlings are sent to recover relics to aid in the resurrection of Typhon, though none trust her intentions. They follow Lucern's map towards a potential path back to the surface, reaching a quiet midpoint between ascension and descent. As the group debates their next move, Antares receives a message from her brother. Their mother is hunting her with lethal purpose. And that's where we pick up this episode. Currently, Seydlitz is taking a nap. Korax is also taking a nap. And Mina is taking a nap. So we cut in...
The big Eep group.
And Terry's is not taking a nap.
And Terry's anti-nap is just... I don't know what energy I'm bringing to the table today. I've had a relatively chill day, and I've been playing a game where you turn into a unicorn, apparently. So I don't know what's happening here. We cut in to this cliffside precipice where shadows have receded from your journal given to you by Telbin. You have just received a disappearing urgent message that your mother is hunting hunting you with the intent to kill you.
Yeah, she's got nothing else better to do, apparently. God. She's obsessed with me. And Terry's kind of like maybe she was like in a like a vision state. She kind of snaps out of it and she looks around, looks at her note. Is the lettering still there?
No, it faded away with the shadows.
Yeah. So she's like, she immediately gets up and starts rummaging through her pack, and she's not doing this quietly. And she's rummaging through her pack and she grabs a torch. And then she goes over to Seydlitz's torch, grabs it, and uses his torch to light hers. And so the this small little precipice just kind of erupts with light, and she clambers over to the middle of it, and she like kind of jams the things into the rock, and she's like not making an attempt to be quiet here.
What are you trying to do? Just get the shadows away from everywhere?
No, she is attempting to create shadow. So when she stabs the torches into the wall, into the floor, just so they can stand up, and she sits, and it's creating her shadow against the wall. It is like those very stark shadow. So you could like see she moves her arms. You can see her arms moving, and she like holds her arm up, and she's like she does this, and you can see like a shadow puppet. And she's just like testing to see if it works.
Okay. You stand there on this precipice back to the fall. And from you extends this shadow. Or back to the wall, rather. From you extends the shadow, and you see the shadow begin to slowly take form, as if the shadow is gaining texture. And you see, very, very Peter Pan-esque, your shadow begins to slowly pull itself off of the wall. And step out towards you, and you watch as your shadow, still vaguely your shape, the shape of a humanoid, steps forward, and that sort of coalesces around a shape, and you see two silver pinpricks of eyes standing before you. And the longer it stands there, the longer the shape changes into the form of your brother Rastabob.
She regards him. And that didn't take long.
I was already watching. I came to give you a warning, sister.
I got it. But I need more information. What changed? Why now?
A man from Tanabar Holdfast. I didn't catch his name, but he came to Corso.
He wasn't a tailor, was he?
No. Have you been irritating the craftsmen?
Well, I wouldn't really say irritating them, but he wasn't a hotel purveyor, was he? Stuffy French accent?
How many lay people have you made enemies of?
I haven't made enemies with anybody in Tanabar Holdfast. Just people that I've interacted with.
Oh, okay.
What man?
Please stop interrupting. I was trying to explain. You're berating me with questions. There was a man who came to Corso, expediently. He said he had a dream, and something about the deeps, and something about a seed, and that was the last I heard before Mother took him into her private chambers. When the man was released, she issued orders to kill you on sight. Don't get ahead of yourself, you and all of your friends.
Oh, good. Wouldn't want to be singled out.
I didn't want you to think it was just you.
No. Does that mean anything to you? A seed? Because that means that means something to Antares, right?
Maybe you've heard the term before.
Yeah, because hasn't Korak's been talking about the seed?
Korax mentioned a seed when he woke up from his like weird coma thing. Yeah. So she says, he says, I've never heard of a seed. At least nothing about a seed that would make someone want to kill you. There was that girl that you, your companions. I don't know how long ago you found them, but they did make off with the child. That was.
Wait, what? She moves forward and like she will grab the shirt, like his shadow collar.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't. Your friend, your companions made off with a child. I don't know if that's a seed. Kids are like a seed, right? Babies are a seed of a person or something. I don't know. Look, I came here to tell you that Mother is trying to kill you. More so than usual.
Is she gonna come after the girl?
I don't know.
Well, what are you doing?
I was just giving you a warning.
No. What's your role in this? Do you have a role? Like
Oh, to find you and kill you. This isn't a trick.
This isn't a what?
A trick. I'm not tricking you right now that I'm going to kill you right now. I wouldn't have given you a warning.
Of course, yes. You wouldn't stab me in the back. But the other one would.
Oh,
And the
no,
other one-
she would stab you in the front.
No, the other one. The other bitchy one.
Oh, the new one, Rhea. Yes, she would.
Yes.
Yeah. I think she would burn your insides out, but either way.
Well, the feeling's mutual.
Is the girl in Tanabar Holdfast?
She just looks at him.
The man came from Tanabar Holdfast. If that's where the girl is, then that could be reasonable. You don't have to answer. I'm just saying things.
Do you think I'm going to point you towards her?
I'm not trying to get an answer from you. You think about it yourself. If that's where the girl is and that's where the guy came from, then probably it's the same issue. If that's not where the girl is and that is where the guy came from, then I don't know that it would be the girl.
But is she going to try and get to the girl to get to me?
I have no orders to kill a child. Or to find a child. And unless Eltanin and Rhea were drawn into the room without me, as far as I know, your siblings don't have any reason not to, or to find a girl either.
Will you make sure it stays that way?
Sure. Where are you? And he looks around the cave.
Secret place.
Okay.
Well, you think I'm going to tell you where I am? So you can tell those psychos?
I was
And Mother?
just making conversation.
You know, I like to trust you, Rastavan.
Frankly, if I can find you once, I can find you again.
Fair enough.
If I were trying to kill you, I would just push you off this cliff.
Probably be an improvement.
I'm not real, so I could jump with you.
Is this the first time you've tried reaching out to me?
There was that time in the alleyway where you basically told me to go fuck myself.
Well, can you blame me?
I tried to warn you. And had you come home when I had said to come home, Mother wouldn't be trying to kill you. Because you would never have gone to Tanabar Holdfast and fucked around with whatever you fucked around with.
The funny thing is, I don't think I fucked around with anything.
You see him raise his own hand and go, I'm so sorry, Rastaban. You were right the whole time. Oh, I thank you. Considerate of you.
What?
You're your own worst enemy, sister.
No.
If you just did what you were told, you would be fine.
What do you think I'm doing right now?
Getting hunted down by Mother. And pissing off what seems to be a hotel man and a tailor?
Those were the only two people that I actually had interactions with, so that's why I'm confused about who this other man is.
Okay, well, I don't. Neither one of them had a they didn't look like a tailor or a hotel man.
Well, if it was the hotel man, I think you would know.
Or whatever a
Very-
French is.
Yes, it was a very strange accent.
No, this man looked like he hadn't slept in days. His eyes were sunken, his very bloodshot. He wore a thick hooded robe.
Jeez. Well, that could be anybody. Well, just tell her that I'm running around the Nightlands looking for something.
I'll just tell her I haven't found you yet.
Did you know this whole time that she was my real mother?
There's a long pause, and as a shadow, he doesn't have a super lot of like recognizable features. But there's a long pause, and he goes, "She's like biologically."
Mm-hmm.
No.
So,
How'd you find that out?
by talking with my biological father.
Oh, a journey. You're just like on a journey of self-discovery, aren't we?
Yes, it's been great.
Whatever you're doing, it's clearly going to get you killed.
Yeah. Well. Is that fine with her, or does she have to be the one to do it?
You getting killed?
Mm-hmm.
I just think she wants you. If I had to guess, whatever you're doing, she doesn't want to happen. So, killing you seems to be the easiest way to make that not happen.
Well, if it makes her feel any better, I'm sure doing whatever it is that she is afraid I'm going to do will probably kill me. So maybe this will be the last time we speak. Who knows?
It doesn't have to be, sister. You could call for me. Not
I already
everything
had
you do has to be so dramatic.
Yes, but I already have too many people here that I care about that I don't want here. Adding more to the mix. Shut up. I can tell by the look on your stupid shadow face.
I'm sorry.
Adding more to the mix is not going to help.
Well, my warning is delivered. I truthfully don't know where you are. And whatever you're doing is pissing Mother off. So, for what it's worth, keep up the good work.
Yeah. She grins. Mother dearest had it coming.
And just a word of parting warning. Atanan said that if she did find you, she would literally turn you inside out.
Well, I did say that if I saw her again, I would kill her. So,
just a heads up. I think she means it.
just tell her to calm down.
Yes, that worked so well with you.
It helps, calming down.
Yes, I'll also tell her to smile more. See where that gets me.
Fake it till you make it.
Yes. Well, she believes she's made it. So, yes.
Well, all right. Thank you for the warning, Rastaban. I appreciate it.
Don't get yourself killed.
And for what it's worth, I hope this is not the last time we speak.
Me either, sister. I have always hated you the least.
Well, because I'm the funny one. And then she kicks over the thingy and to knock the shadows away.
And the shadow fades out.
Yeah. And she just stands there in the darkness again.
Seydlitz and actually, I'll say Mina. Seydlitz, you actually settled down to take a nap with the intention of sleeping. Mina, you settled down to pray with the intention of praying and accidentally fell asleep. But then you got shunted out of the dream space. So at any point in that conversation, you could have woken up and then just not said anything, if you so choose. If not, you guys can both wake up whenever you'd like.
I think Mina did wake up towards the end because Antares was being quite... Well, she wasn't being quiet.
Yeah.
So Mina did wake up. And he listened to the end of the conversation. And he waits a few breaths before doing that fake yawn and stretch as if he just woke up.
From a really good nap.
Just to let Antares know that he's awake.
And she cuts her eyes over to him. And she will go to her pack and pull out some of the rations that she had packed. And goes over and gives him some. Here.
Oh, thanks. I can take watch if you want to have some sleep.
No, I'm good.
I briefly saw my mother and your father having a spirited conversation.
Really? What were they talking about?
I didn't hear the words, but I guess they're safe. Well, they're in your father's realm, so as safe as you can be on Nod.
Well, I guess not being here is better.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's her brother, so yeah. I would say that the natural instinct would be for him to want to help her out, but maybe siblings don't necessarily work out that way.
Hmm.
I mean, it didn't seem like bad guy. I guess like most people in this world, he's got his own motivations.
Yeah. But at least we know that he's trapped there.
For good or ill, I guess. Have you ever thought that maybe he's trapped himself there?
I never thought about that. Though in my conversations with him, he's never alluded to doing it on purpose.
I
Because
mean,
if he could leave, why would he task us to bring us Nulumriel's head? He would just do it himself.
maybe it's less about him being able to leave and more about some duty that's keeping him there. Speaking of duties, I am going back down. I think you should get Korax and Seydlitz to safety, but I'm going back down.
You really think I'm going to let you go by yourself?
Well, everyone else seems eager to get out of here, so I'm not going to stand in anyone's way.
And I don't understand why you aren't eager to. Just because I understand your mom told you to come down, to go deeper, but mothers are not always right. And I know you're gonna do it regardless of what I say, but
and that's why I don't expect you to come with me. And in fact, I'd prefer if you just, like I said, get Korax and Seydlitz to safety. You know, they've got family they've got to get to.
and you don't. At least my family's trying to kill me.
I mean, same.
Yeah. And then she gives him a knowing look. How much of that our conversation did you overhear?
Honestly, I wasn't sure when I wanted to say anything. Seydlitz is sitting up and just kind of looking over at the two, with him having a bit of old man groans. Mina, you're a moron if you think we're gonna let you go down there alone.
You hear from another side of the precipice. I'm also coming, and Korax lifts his head up.
Cardboard. I'm also
I'm also coming. The map I have here says only to go down.
Yeah. That's not what the map says. It's your interpretation of the map.
That's what I said. Smart word, smart word.
Insufferable word. I love you, Chris. So, yeah. She looks at me.
Seydlitz walks over and just kind of head low, kind of in a bad mood. Not in the angry sense, but more in the depressed sense.
I think she from the package of rations, like the nice fresh cured jerky that she offered Mina, she reaches over and offers it to Seydlitz.
He pushes it away.
She takes some for herself.
Mina Han, if you go down there alone, you won't make it very far. Hell, I don't even know if we all will. But I know a lot of y'all want to go down still. I made a bet. And honestly, this is me fooling disclosure here. I was going along with what you all said to help the family and the people. It's like, because I wanted to go down. But you all wanted to save your friends, so I asked to go up. And now I'm regretting it. And now you all want to go down again. What is it?
I had another vision about the seed. I think that whatever this seed is, it's down, and we were on the right track. We obviously.
Oh, for God's sake, another one of your bloody visions. What is with you and visions? What have they done for us except cause us all the messes we get into? We're in this mess because of the first vision you had. What do you
have
want
the
to
same
do?
vision? Didn't you have the same vision? What I want to do is make this world better.
Do you think those visions are always correct? Think about how much trouble we've been in since we first had those visions.
I'd gladly take that trouble. It meant Arua survived. She got out of Corso because of that vision. Yes, we've had troubles, but I'd rather take that trouble on than expect someone else to take that trouble on. If we don't do everything we can to do the right thing, then we're complicit in doing the wrong thing.
But how do you
know
know?
the difference between right and wrong?
That's also
Right.
subjective.
I mean, I don't know if it's right or wrong to do it, but if the nasty things in this world seem to be trying to stop us, I think that's a good, clear indication that we're on the right track.
You heard me talking to Rastaban?
I mean, you weren't exactly quiet.
I know.
What is it now?
You didn't even tell him to say hello to Rhea for me.
I wasn't sure if that's what you would want. She looks at Seydlitz. Apparently, whatever we're doing here has gotten back to Nulumriel. And she is vexed, to say the least.
Say it straight, Terry's.
She's hunting us down. Me and the rest of you by proxy. Apparently, someone from Tanabar Holdfast, other than, well, I don't know who it could have been. Some sleepy-looking guy in a robe. So she motions. It could have been Korax for all we know. I'm not saying it is. Just making a joke. But like, a man from Tanabar Holdfast showed up in Corso and said, well, Rastban doesn't know what he said. They had a private audience. He mentioned something about a seed and the deeps. That's all he heard. But just those little things seemed to send her into a tizzy, to put it lightly. And my mother tends to tizzy in all caps. All resources are now being used to hunt me down. Because she doesn't have anything better to do with her time.
Since when did anyone have anything better to do with their time these days?
Well, I don't know.
So what you're telling
I was trying to build a
is...
garden on my rooftop, so... And here I am, the furthest away from the sun as I could possibly get.
So what you're telling me is, we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. We go up, we get hunted by the people. If we go down, we get hunted by monsters.
Well, she at least seems to be trying to stop me and us from what we're doing. But they don't know where we are.
Did you tell him where we were?
No.
Did you tell him a fake location of where we were?
Well, I said, I just like, oh yeah, we're running through the Nightlands, but whether or
You
not
could
he
have
believes
told him
it-
we were in the Cerulean Peaks for all you wanted.
Yeah, who cares?
Wrong information is worse than no information, and Terry's.
You're
No,
not
but
in
it's
the.
not-
You're just so you know, you're not in the Nightlands. So that was wrong information.
Yeah, I know that.
No, I meant
I
for
know.
Matt. You're in the
Yeah.
the Ruinscape.
I know, just character chatter.
But
Ma-
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong if he doesn't believe it. You know what I'm saying?
What do you believe? Do you if you told the truth?
Probably. Can't. It's really hard to lie to Rastaban.
So Mina, you're going down regardless of what anyone wants.
I'd prefer you all got to safety, but I
There
won't
is
send
no
help.
safety.
Apparently not. And if going down means it pisses her off,
Well, we might even be safer. Or at least our friends and loved ones might be safer if we're not around them.
yes, but what I'm concerned about is them getting drawn in because they're looking for us. I told Stephanie where we were going. I told my commander where I was going. The queen knows where we're going, generally speaking. And I sent word to, oh no, what's his name? The adherence dude,
Treshin.
Dreshin. Yeah, I sent word to Dreshin where I was going. Granted, they have to fucking find us, but
So
and I'm
If-
thinking
if-
the deeper we go, it might be harder for Rastaban to reach me. Maybe.
So, cards on the table. We need to kill Nalumbriel or the Rakshasa Queen for your dad. We need
think
to kill your dad for the Rakshasa Queen.
Yeah. Well, technically, Korax does.
And there's no way we're even close to being able to do that.
Well, I'm thinking I can talk him out of it.
So maybe we need to, at the very least, get stronger.
That's a given.
So maybe we need to fight some monsters.
Fight some monsters, get stronger. What is this, a game?
She
Or at least-
she looks over at Korax.
Experience matters, yes. But it doesn't help if you get killed on the first attempt.
But maybe we can find something to help us.
Yeah. I think he wants to go down too.
Or he's pointing at his groin. Who knows?
Yeah. You have to go pee-pee time, Korax. Jesus.
Cardboard Korax is trying to go down.
We all love Cardboard Korax.
He's trying to crawl
He's not as
down
cool
now.
as Cardboard Mina, though.
Yeah, he's trying to crawl down, but he's made out of cardboard, so it's a
No
little
one's as
awkward.
cool as Cardboard.
No, we're just throwing Cardboard Korax down. He'll survive the fall.
He just gently floats.
Yeah, then we can ride him and be like, ah.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that one.
fold him into a paper plane.
Yeah, he's the god of
Cardboard
intelligence.
plane.
So
Chris is never gonna miss an episode again.
yeah. So I hope, Mina, you understand where I'm coming. Actually, sorry. It might. I know. So, Mina, I know your mom told you to go down.
Yeah. But it's not just that. I think, like I said, we need to get stronger, and whether that's getting experience or finding some artifact that can help us, we need to do that for Corax's benefit, for being able to stand up against your mother.
I just want you to keep in mind that mothers don't always do what's in your best interest. Well, maybe that's a little too nail on the head for me, but I'm not saying your mom is your mother is like mine in any sense, but
well, my mother just painted the biggest target on herself just to bring me some peace. So I beg to differ.
I'm just worried that if she told you to jump off a cliff, you would do it.
I'd trust her to at least consider it.
Because my mother did not do what was best for me. And one of the things I found out in that little dream sojourn I went on back when we were in the fungal forest is that, what was his name? Raphaeus. My dad, the King of Nod. He said that Nilumriel actually is my mother. Not just pretending to be my mom. I don't know why she just didn't tell me in the first place. But no, apparently she's my real mom. So I just want to put that out there.
Well,
so mothers aren't always right. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to say that your mom is bad in any way. I'm just saying.
Sounds like someone could really use a god of redemption.
Who?
Your mother?
Oh, I'm gonna kill her. Some people aren't. Redemption isn't for everybody.
I mean, it just spreads his arms open. Does someone need a hug?
She takes a step back.
And off the cliff she goes.
But she bumps into cardboard Corax and goes, he flitters down the shaft. But no,
Oh,
she takes a
gotta
step
go after
back.
him now.
Yeah, she takes a step back, but she has like a lighthearted look on her face. Like she's smirking at him. Like she's not trying to be like, she's not trying to shut him down. Like, get away from me, don't hug me.
He just
But-
goes, "Come on, cousin."
Seydlitz just face palms.
She doesn't laugh. She's like, oh, for the love of the dragon, and she will step forward and give him a hug.
And Mina just whispers into her ear, if your brother's the god of shadows and Seydlitz's dog goes into shadows, does that mean he's going into your brother? And then he releases the hug and backs off.
I'll be sure to ask him next time I talk to him.
Asking the profound questions.
Yeah. I just wanted to let it be known that I think we're all stupid for doing this.
I thought we knew that ages ago.
Just want it known. All right.
I'm pretty sure it was common knowledge.
Well, my mother used to say, stupid is as stupid does. And Mina goes over to his gear and starts packing it up.
Yeah, my mother used to say, kill or be killed. And she goes and starts packing up her shit too. And she looks at Korax, wipe that smile off your face. I swear to God. Oh, God.
A breeze knocks it down.
Yeah.
Seydlitz has already hefted his pack, and he's looking down the cliff they just climbed not so many hours earlier.
So
how far is it?
It's far.
Yeah, we climbed like 3 hours, I think.
Yeah, you climbed for hours.
Yeah.
You collect all of your packs, your cardboard companion, and you begin to descend back down to the third deep.
Korax is absolutely being dropped.
He gently...
Yeah.
Like pick him up at the bottom.
I'm not carrying that shit around.
Like an envelope in a breeze. He gently descends. Somehow you see him inexplicably still standing at the bottom.
Yeah.
You collectively make your way down the precipitous climb back to the relative safety of the third deep. This is no more or less safe than any other direction you keep choosing to go.
Hate it here. Yeah.
You make it down to the relative safety of the third deep. Brush yourselves off, stretch, take a bit of a rest at the bottom. Climbing for 3 hours is not easy work. And you're back in what is somewhat familiar territory. You recall that there are monsters here. There is a Gorgon here that has issued you a quest to find magical items for it to use to power whatever ritual it seems to be trying to do, vis-a-vis resurrecting or healing a god of some kind. You also know that Bennett found his own way from the third to the fifth deep. So there are other paths down, and obviously there's a way down to the fourth deep, just it's not recorded. You have many paths before you. Where do you go?
Please tell me that there's something that Bennett is, that you missed in your dad's journal.
Seydlitz is standing there thinking for a sec. Raiden.
Well, he comes out of the shadow.
Seydlitz.
Are you inside Rastapan right now? No, I'm just kidding.
You see him shrug.
Seydlitz thinks for a moment, and he's like, why didn't I think of this earlier? He takes the cloak of energy protection that his mother gave him that says was his dad, and hands it to Raiden and says, can you find the scent?
Interesting.
I thought you were gonna say we should all put it on so we could all be hidden, and then we'll like three people in a trench coat make our way around.
Interesting. Go ahead and roll me a difficulty 10 check. A difficulty check to track the scent. I will give you one asset for Raiden.
I have following and identifying tracks. Can I argue for that?
You can take that too. You can take that skill.
Navigating.
You only get 2 assets. So one is Raiden, one is the skill.
Well, I was going to roll the skill since it's a skill.
Yep, so you can roll the skill and then add an asset for Raiden. Are you spending any
I'm adding all the effort to roll.
Okay. What is your divine shifts in?
2 shifts in my crossbow and 2 in my dexterity. I could shift 2 to intellect if I wanted to for this, since it's an intellect roll.
It's up to you.
Can I?
You can.
I think I will. I'll lose them for movement, but I have enough speed as it is. Let me just do this. Did I click off this on accident? I think I actually clicked off the roll. And it's buried. Hooray!
So how many divine shifts are you putting into it?
The two I have, or should I put more?
Well, I'm just saying that that would make it difficulty 8 minus your whatever assets you have.
Yep.
You know what? Actually, I have 4. I'm just gonna put all 4.
Okay.
So that goes 6.
I think the maximum you can do is 3 divine shifts, isn't it?
Into one roll, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
That's okay. I can do the math.
Increase the difficulty by 1 point then.
I can do the math for us.
You still be difficulty 5, so
You still beat difficulty
4.
4.
And that would end up as a 2. So that was a 12.
Yeah, you burned all your effort. Yeah. So it'd be a 7 down, down by what, 5? So it'd be a target number 4. So you still beat a 4. So the final would be a 4, and you literally rolled the number for a 4. This is interesting.
6, 5, 4. I thought it'd be a 2. Because on the thing, the in-game thing says final is 1.
Oh, yeah, I'm reading it wrong. You're right. Either way, you still passed. This is interesting. You give the cloak to Raiden. Raiden spends a few minutes looking this thing over, sniffing at it, pawing at it. He sort of like bites it and flips it over, and really just like rousts through this thing. And then you see him sort of sniff the air, and he walks over to you and sniffs you, and then rechecks the cloak because you've been wearing it, right? And then he kind of moves around in a circle and then slowly starts to plod off in a direction. And you see him kind of like get like a few dozen feet out, and then he kind of stops and smells and turns and kind of goes in a different direction. And then he kind of makes like a yippee howl towards you and cocks his head to the side. He thinks he's found it.
Go. And Seydlitz is going to start running after Raiden.
Okay. He begins to take off. He is not headed in any direction you guys have ever been in. So he begins to take off into like the distance of the third deep, with you guys in hot pursuit.
We carry Korax so we can run.
Yeah, you grab him around the waist and start running, and immediately, because of the wind resistance, like it bends backwards, slowly increasing the drag.
I just punch some holes into it to make.
Yeah. You just like you like fold him up and just tuck him in.
Put it in my backpack.
Yeah, you slide in between the backpack and your back, but because you're running and it's sweat, he gets a little flimsy.
Why is cardboard Korax more convenient than actual Korax?
Chris is never going to let us. He's never going to miss another
no.
session ever.
Perfect.
I'm here for that. You guys begin to take off after Raiden. He's a smart wolf, so he's not like jetting out of here, and you guys aren't going to lose him. He will stop, and he will wait for you. But I need to know how you guys are doing this. He is a wolf and is quiet, but you are not. Are you trying to follow as quickly and as silently as possible, just as quickly as possible? Do you care if anyone or anything hears you? How are you approaching this flight through the third deep?
Well, I think
how shadowy is it?
I mean, it's underground, so
I'm going to spend 3 speed points to use Evanescence, so I'm just basically unobservable.
Okay.
I think we should try moving quietly, because I'm not fucking around with that stupid Gorgon. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm more worried about the night beast, but
true, but
I don't think Mina knows the meaning of the word stealth, so he's just running along, and he jingles and jangles a lot with all his armor and shield and weapon.
Sweet Jesus. Well, I do have some stealth, so
okay. I will have everyone give me a difficulty 6 stealth roll. I will give you 1 asset, Seydlitz, for Evanescence. Evanescence helps you be visibly hidden in shadows, but you still make sound. Yep. So a difficulty 6 asset for you on that one. I don't think you have any inabilities there.
I have stealth
there, Mina.
as a skill.
I don't think I've got inabilities, but don't think I've got anything to help.
Okay, so I put 3, since I've limited to 3 divine shifts and intelligence, I have still 1 spare. So I guess I'll put that back into movement. So I have 1.
I mean, I have a skill in running. I don't know if that'll help me be stealthy.
It will not help you be stealthy, but it will help you make the next roll that I'm going to have you all make.
Fuck. 19.
Okay, cool. What minor effect would you like to happen?
Could I pass the minor effect to Mina?
I was thinking that, but even if you were to reduce his difficulty by 1 more. Oh no, yeah, if you do. Yeah, if you do. If you pass the minor effect onto Mina, it will reduce his difficulty down to a final number of 4, and a 13 beats a 4. So that would be a success all around. Cool. So you guys begin to run as stealthily as you possibly can to avoid as much as you can.
Sweet.
Let's see here. Seydlitz, you used a divine shift, and Mina, you also used a divine shift?
No, I just used effort.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The next thing I need you all to run.
Divine shifts are intelligence and 1 in movement.
the next thing I need you all to roll me is a difficulty 6 endurance check. Any skills that pertain to endurance, Mina, in your case, your running skill could help you here.
I've
I
got a
also
shift
have running.
in strength.
I'll take that.
Is this a might or a speed check?
I will let you decide. It will be either. Really, it's just your ability to like basically like Lord of the Rings when they're chasing the hobbits, right? It's a sustained, consistent pace, chasing this wolf down without rest.
Sorry, am I rolling this too?
Everyone's rolling it. Yep.
Okay, sorry.
This is your ability to run for a long time.
Okay.
I have multiple skills that are like fleet of foot, stalker, sprint, and grab, but all those are basically spend points for act or make a roll for an action.
Yeah.
So
Um,
plus stalker just means I'm trained, so I guess that wouldn't do anything. Okay.
sorry, what was the difficulty?
6.
Okay. I have
I use rest from chance.
I have 3 shifts in might.
Okay, you can roll that. You can use that.
Well, I just rolled a 1. Mike, I would like to use my rest from
Yep,
chance
you
ability
can
and
use that.
re-roll that.
You can use that. And G, you're using divine shifts.
Seriously?
G, you do have 2 XP. At least 2 XP.
I have 3 XP.
Still fail.
Heck.
At least it's not a 1.
Frickin' difficulty 3 with with a fucking effort. I still
Before we commit to anything, G, I don't remember if I asked you who you gave your second XP to. I think we ended right after Rastaban's message to you.
No, I think I gave it to Seydlitz.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I had 0 XP, I believe, at the end of last episode, and I have 1 here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then say that you have an XP to spend as well, if you so choose.
G, are you spending XP?
Yeah, I don't want to fail. So I'm gonna re-roll that.
Well, I just used my 1 free reroll because I rolled a 1.
Well, your free reroll
I'm
is
happy-
only on net ones.
Yeah, I know, but that's only for once every 10-hour recovery.
There we go.
All right, I'll do it. My 1 divine shift, my 1 effort, and nope, the dice hate me.
The dice are not your friend on this day.
Seydlitz is too old.
Seydlitz is too old. That's really what it comes down to.
I should've just
Grandpa-
added second effort.
Grandpa is not getting there.
He's only in his late 30s, everybody, just to be clear.
Yeah, so honestly, it makes sense that he can't keep up. So thematically, that's fine.
Listen, I'm in
We
my
all-
late 30s and I can't run either. So
No, we all thought he was old, and then he's like, "You know I'm 38, right?" We're all like, "What?" We thought you were like in your 50s or 60s.
well, to be fair, the 2 people who were calling him old are both 18. And then you showed up. So
You know, just to spite y'all, the next character makes going to be like 15 years old.
there you go.
Legally adult in medieval settings.
Cool. You guys sprint as fast as you can, as quietly as you can. You guys are running, and you quickly realize, Mina, the younger of you, Mina and Terry's, you quickly realize that Seydlitz has fallen behind a little bit, and keeps kind of like grabbing at like the back of his thigh, in like a hamstring incident kind of way. You're not like, this isn't like a failure as in you cannot run, Seydlitz. It's just that you are the slowest of the group. So everyone is running at your pace, right? So everyone who succeeded has to kind of slow down to meet Seydlitz at his pace. And so you are not collectively running at full tilt after this. That being said, Seydlitz, as you did fail several times, would you like a GM intrusion? I know you're fresh out of XP.
Can I hear what it is first, or?
You can in this instance. The GM intrusion is that Because of all the, actually, you know what? Let me just double check before I give you one for free. Okay, cool. The corruption bar is not filled yet. Because of all the divine shifts being used, all the massive amounts of divine power, the attention of the night beast has been drawn to you, collectively, all of you.
Guys, what do you all think?
I mean, I would say we should run, but we kind of already are.
Well, should I take the intrusion? I mean, it doesn't mean it
Oh,
will
okay.
catch us. Hopefully.
It's up to you.
Sure, Mike, I'll take it.
Okay. So you have.
I'll give the XP to Cardboard Corax.
Okay. I'll go in. Hold on. Just give me 1 second to.
Or do you want it, G?
Let me see here.
It's your decision.
I'll give it to Cardboard Corax because it's funny.
Okay. Korax is up by 1 on his XP track. On the bright side, guys, the least athletic of you isn't here to roll his own dice, so you get a free. You get a free gimme on Korax. So
He's got that smug look on his face when he looks at Seydlitz and his limp.
Yeah. It's like
Seydlitz is the one carrying him.
Seydlitz is running as fast as he can, and Antares is running, and Mina's running, and you just see like Antares leap over like a rock, and the flap of her backpack opens, and the head of Cardboard Corax pops out, and you just see it wave at like almost mockingly at Seydlitz. And then she like lands, and the flap comes back down and catches it.
Seydlitz, I fucking hate you.
Yeah. You guys sprint as quickly and as efficiently as you possibly can, chasing down Raiden in the process. And in doing so, you guys are entering a strange new area in here. You see parts of the like giant city moving by as you are running. You're seeing like these massive buildings that are like crumbling in disarray. You see what would be like pillars with these huge sconces on them. It seems as though like a full-on civilization of giants once thrived in this area. And you're unable to appreciate any of this as Raiden is just cutting through streets, banking down alleys. You guys are chasing after him, and just cuts through the air as the night beast changes its angle and begins to pursue 4 or 3.5 godlings down the alleyways of the streets of ancient giant cities. You follow this shadow wolf through wherever he is going, and you enter into a massive clearing. All sound in the deep is gone, to the point where you didn't even realize, like the sounds had become background noise, right? Where you didn't even hear like the tumbling of rocks anymore. But now you realize there is nothing. There is no sound here whatsoever. The city stopped a while ago. Any sort of like underground mosses have stopped. You are in a almost untouched plain of stone. You can't see the walls. You can't see the ceiling here. Not that you couldn't see much of it before, but there is no landscape where you are. It is flat, desolate stone. And Raiden continues to run. And then you see him abruptly stop to the point where his hind legs like lock up and he skids into an almost sitting position. And then you see him stand back up and slowly back up towards you. Bearing in mind that Raiden, being not just a wolf, is a shadow wolf, a magical shadow wolf, who is probably, his back probably reaches up to like your chest. This is a huge dire wolf. slowly begins to back up, and you all watch as his tail tucks between his legs. What do you do?
Can we see anything in front of him?
There's something massive, like carved into the ground.
Is it a precipice?
It is not.
What about a crevasse?
It is not that either.
Is it a big giant thing called the Night Beast?
It is not that either.
Okay, well, if we get up to him and Terry's will give him a pet.
You
And then-
barely feel him as he immediately like lops over and directly into Seydlitz's shadow.
Okay, Raiden, good boy. Take your break.
And
She
Terry,
looks
as you
around.
see something on the ground that like you look at something and it appears to be a carving, like a picture perhaps, or something carved into the ground. Except what you're seeing is only a section of it, and you kind of follow this thing, and you look to your left and you look to your right, and it's to the point where like you actually like lean and stand on tippy toes and sort of like cast a hand out. Whatever's carved in the ground is massive. It
Like a
seems
mosaic?
it seems to be circular in nature. At least what you can see does curve to the right and to the left. You cannot see the other side of this thing in the darkness. You're guessing, judging on by what you can see to your left and to your right, that whatever this thing is maybe 100 feet across.
And it seems like a large circle.
It seems like a large circle.
Is there writing of any kind?
Not that you can read.
She unfolds Korax.
Can we tie a string to
Korax,
Korax
it has
and turn him into a
Korax
kite
for the
and get him to look down? And
Yeah.
I was wondering what the fuck you were doing with your hand motions.
Out of the backpack, unfolding him and placing him down.
Go! I choose
just-
you, God of knowledge.
You like shake him out like a towel and stand him up.
Yeah. I bend him backwards against the creases so he stands up straight.
It's like a.
How about it, Hoss?
He's like an old note from high school. It's just sort of.
Yeah. Oh god.
Chris is never gonna leave us alone unattended ever again.
If you think I'm ever missing an episode, you're
Oh
crazy.
God, we
you have
can't.
to
No
turn
one
the
can wait.
edges and put some tea on him to make him look ancient.
No one can wait for Cardboard and Terry's.
It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
Oh God. Yeah. Let me see here. We all know my favorite thing to do is play other people's characters. So I will.
Yeah, if we're allowed. 'Cause I know he's not here, so I don't want to.
I will at
He
least
has-
give him the opportunity to roll. What's the worst that could happen? I kill you all.
One.
Well, that's
I
true.
know he's used a skill in the past that lets him know what something is in a certain area.
Let's see here. Train in the basics of magic. Nope, that's not going to help him. Resonance field. Scan is, I think, what you're talking about. You scan an area that is a 10-foot cube.
No, I
Oh.
think it's
Yeah,
his.
10-foot
He
cube.
got a divine power when he sorted his shit out.
Blessing of the gods, authority, law, and peace, divine knowledge. Nope. Divine knowledge, you are trained in all tasks. Nope. Steel name, divine fortitude, and omniscience. You gain a surface knowledge of an area equal to the size of a 10-foot cube, including all objects or creatures within that area. The object the area must be within a short range. Your knowledge includes the level of creatures or objects. You can also learn whatever facts the GM feels are pertinent about the matter and energy in that area but not the repercussions. For example, you might learn that a wooden box contains a device of metal and crystal. Okay. I do think that is probably what he learned and what you're talking about. So omniscience, which does cost 2 intellect. So I will go ahead and subtract 2 intellect from his current down to 18.
Doesn't he have edge? Oh wait, no. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Nope, he does have
Yeah.
edge. He does have edge.
Yeah.
He's got 4 edge. Okay, cool. So it doesn't cost anything. And then I will roll to see what he can figure out as the god of knowledge. This is going to be a difficulty 10 roll as well. So difficulty 10 roll with
knowledge of gods comes into it.
It doesn't. Let's see here. Effort to roll. What is it? 2, then 3, then 3. What's his max tier? So a total of 2, then 3, then 3 is 8 total cost to do that. Minus his 4 edge would be a total of 4. So he's down to 16 intellect to spend 3 effort. He has 1 asset from that ability he used, and I'll say finding the details would give him another asset as a skill. So we're going to submit that, and that is a failure. I will not spend any XP on another character. I'll burn a couple of his points, but that's all I will do for that. A series of clicking noises and a set of gears and springs in the back of Cardboard Corax sort of click, 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 boing, into place, and a speech bubble pops up that says, it says like /S to mean like sarcastically, this is beyond me. It has nothing to do with the gods.
Typical.
What he can find out is that this thing is ancient. If your working theory is that like the deeps seem to be like, people that came before you, this is older than anything you've seen. What you can tell from this is that the stone that makes up whatever's carved into the ground does not match any of the stone around it, like the rock, like the rocky ground, or any of like the natural form stone you've seen. What you're seeing before you is like almost like matte obsidian. So if it were obsidian that were completely matte black, and you see that it is like streaked with silvers and golds, almost like what is it? Like the Japanese kintsugi, I think is what it's called. Which is like, it looks like it's broken and put back together with silver and gold all over the place. And you see that there are absolutely, like if you take a minute and kind of like walk around and sort of parse this out, there is like an outer edge of this thing, and then there's like a design, what you can see to be either like the same words repeating that you just don't understand the language, or it's like a design that sort of goes around the outer edge, and then there's like more and more like concentric circles within this thing that all have like either multiple different languages, or it's just very like artistic, or it's like different stylizations of something. So there's about 100 different concentric rings within this thing that like go closer and closer to the center, and in between the lines there is something in there that you don't know what it is.
So you say like the actual ring is like in diameter, it's 100 feet, give or take.
Yep.
How thick is this? Like, how thick is it?
You have no idea. It's in the ground. It's not a raised platform.
Okay, so is it like a disc?
It's flat with the ground.
Yeah. But like, sorry, I was imagining like a ring, so like it's like a circle, but there's like maybe like 10 feet, and then it's like a band, like an inside
Yep,
border.
like that. But it's
Okay,
but
so
it's a disc. It's a fully across. Everything is solid.
So there's no way to like, in theory, like jump onto the other side of this thing and be inside the ring.
No, it is flat and on the ground. You could jump on it, or you could walk all over it if you want.
Okay, so it is like a disc.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
A big flat circle.
Okay.
Seydlitz is kind of consulting Raiden in a way on trying to get a call and response of like, why did you stop? Is this thing scary to you?
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, let me double check the spirit guardian. Okay. Go ahead and give me a difficulty 3, like commune with nature sort of roll to see if you can coax him out of whatever he's doing.
I feel like this is another intellect roll, but
Sure.
let me just see if I have anything. Yeah, it's just gonna be a flat intellect roll with me. Difficulty 3. I
Difficulty
unfortunately
3.
can't put any effort because I only have 1 point in intellect.
Jesus.
18.
18 works.
Yeah.
18
Of course,
works.
there's the 18 now.
Raiden doesn't exactly communicate in words, right? But like you have a spirit bond with your spirit guardian. And what you're getting from this is like whatever this is unnatural, right? And if what you understand, which is only a little bit, about like the fox spirit and the bear spirit and how they interplay with like the gods fell, but the spirit animals didn't, right? So if the spirits are consistent throughout whatever, this seems to predate the spirits. So whatever this thing is ancient beyond what seems to be the spirit's knowable definition of time, and does not in itself exist within nature. So whatever this thing is, it is unknown and makes the spirits uncomfortable.
Raiden is going to ask the one final question, and he all needs: does the scent continue this way?
You get an affirmative like vibe.
You may rest. And Seydlitz is looking down, and he's going to stride forward.
Okay. You begin to walk
He is willing to risk the danger that this might be.
That's G wincing internally, but I agree.
You begin to walk onto this thing, and like I said, you basically like if you drew a circle and then another circle and a circle and a circle and a circle. That's kind of what you're seeing, right? And then in between the circles, there is shapes, letters, who knows, right? Pictures, you're not entirely sure. But you begin to walk on this, and it feels fine, right? The only thing you notice about this is that your footfalls don't make a sound. You walk across this thing completely noiselessly. Go ahead and give me a difficulty 6. This is going to be speed. This is like a let me see. I'm actually just going to look at your sheet here real quick. Difficulty 6. I will say, what does Fleet of Foot do? Nope. I will say you have an asset for travel skills and navigation. So I'll give you 2 assets, right? So difficulty 6 with 2 assets for those 2 skills. And I think that's it, unless you want to push effort into this thing.
All right, so ask for the 2, but it's a straight speed roll.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm asking you, is it a straight speed roll, or am I using travel skills and navigation?
You can use travel skills and add a single asset, whatever works for you.
Let's do travel skills. So it's
I
6.
take Korax and go.
That's a movement skill.
He
So
just
I got
glides.
one divine shift into that. 4, 3, 17.
Nice.
You begin to walk on this, and perhaps it is like your vast knowledge of like the physical world, right? Perhaps it is your divine skills in movement. There is a subtle movement to the rings, as in they do not seem to be tethered to each other, in that when you're walking on them, there's a slight give, as if they like distend a little bit as you move across them. It's barely perceptible, but you can feel it. And it makes you think that there is nothing beneath this circle, this disc.
Seydlitz is going to turn back in motion for Antares and Mina to follow.
Do we notice? So as he's walking forward, do the two of us notice anything odd about? Okay. The fool and the fool who follows him, and she will walk forward. She's gonna fold Korax back up into her backpack.
Okay.
We might be fools, but this is our way forward.
Yeah, Mina just starts striding forward as well.
Mm-hmm. She walks forward purposefully.
Okay. The three of you walk forward on these rings. You move. Are you just walking to the center? Or are you just walking? What are you all doing?
Seydlitz is going towards the center because if the rings are giving, the idea is okay, the outer ring, and they would slowly start gradually like be able to give more. So maybe at the center, there's a way to make it go down.
Solid logic. What about the rest of you? Just following Seydlitz?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mina? Okay. You walk halfway across this massive coin, this disc, and you find the smallest, the center, the circle at the center of this thing. And you see that this piece of the disc has nothing on it, whereas all the other segments had some sort of writing or some sort of art or some sort of something on it. This one is completely flat. And it is the only piece that is also just the matte black obsidian. There's no gold, no silver streaking through this thing whatsoever. As you get there, I need everyone to give me a difficulty. Hold on. Difficulty 4, mental defense or intellect defense roll, please.
Mm-hmm.
I get this. Yeah. What? I just put 3 divine shifts in intellect, so that just makes it a 1.
Is that how that works?
I don't know.
Let me-
I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna peek at Korax's thing for a sec because I know he has a bunch of stuff in intellect.
He actually doesn't. He has them in a bunch of other things.
He says his thing is his 3 divine shifts and intellect at the bottom is miss section,
let
and it
me-
includes intellect defense.
Let me double check here.
I don't have anything to protect myself against mental attacks. Sorry, what was the difficulty? 4?
Difficulty 4.
I'll let you
Nothing.
decide. Obviously, Mike, you decide. Since you're the GM.
I'm gonna look it up because I haven't had to do it before.
It's not often when I move shifts around. I don't have it on my little sheet because I have it written down here on my little side notes.
Yeah.
I'm going to convert them back in the next rest.
Do I get a special on that?
Give me 1 second to find out.
For a 17?
Give me 1 second to find out. Divine shift, setting difficulty for gods. Divine shifts and other mechanics, blah, 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 blah. That does not help me. Divine shifts. Yeah. I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
So don't roll a net 1.
Yeah, just don't roll in that one. Okay. It
There you
looks
go.
like we have a failure from Minahan, a success from
Yep.
Antares, a success from Seydlitz. Mina, you do have experience, I believe.
I do.
You don't have to use it,
I wasn't
Norm. You
planning
do
on
you do whatever you want, buddy. You sounded so like put out. You're like, I guess I do have experience.
No,
Oh,
because,
man.
I'll take the L.
Okay.
Do I get a special on that 17?
You do not. You do not. The special is +1 damage. Only a 19 is a minor effect.
Okay.
Uh,
Was saying instead of the damage, can I reduce some of the intellect I had to spend on my edge?
nope.
Okay.
Nope, you can't. Sorry. Cool. Mina, you suffer 10 points of intellect damage. Armor does nothing for you. All of you feel your mind racked with pain as you stand on the center of this thing. And those of you who are not Mina, you feel as though, like, actually, it almost feels like something you've all experienced. Actually, I'm sorry, it almost feels like something most of you have experienced before. I don't think Seydlitz actually did it. It feels like the needle of inquiry. It feels like that feeling of someone combing through the files of your mind. And Teres, you resist this. And the only thing you feel pulled out of your mind is the fact that you are divine, that you are yourself divine. Seydlitz, same thing. You've never experienced this before, I believe, and you feel as though it is literally like sharp fingers are pulling through the folds of your brain, and you feel as though the idea of you being yourself divine is pulled from your mind. Mina, you drop down to a knee as you take 10 points of mental damage, as intellect damage, and you feel that needle of inquiry sort of pierce into your brain and begin combing through it like a file cabinet. You feel your divinity, the idea of your divinity is pulled from your mind. Whoever is collecting knowledge on you knows that you are divine, and you watch as conversations replay amongst your companions about what you are doing, why you are here, where you are going, and what all of your plans are. And then the central circle drops down several inches and rotates to the side with a click, 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 click noise. And as you all watch that thing, thunk, it's probably about a foot across, thunk, and then it clicks and rolls off, rotates off to the side. And then the second most outer ring, dunk, drops down and begins to click, roll out. And you can see that there is a widening hole beneath you. Antares and Seydlitz, who have passed their check, you can see that the hole is there. The hole is real. But there's something else in the hole. You two know that this is not a drop. There's something in here that will stop you from just falling into nothingness. Mina, on the other hand, this looks like a hole straight to nothingness. And then the third, it takes longer and longer for each circle to rotate out of the way, but in sequence they are and then rotating down and out of the way as the hole is getting wider and wider as you guys are standing. Or jump in. Whatever your instinct is.
I think this is, and yeah, she's like holding her head, Seydlitz, I think this is what we are looking for.
I do too.
She looks at Mina.
Yeah, Mina's backing away. Going, that's just a drop to nowhere.
How many
she-
times have we fallen off things and survived because something was at the bottom?
She will walk forward, and she's gonna grab him if that's okay, Norm.
Yeah.
And she's gonna grab his arm with like one hand and put her opposite hand on his shoulder, and she's gonna look him like straight in the face and be like, "Trust me." And she's gonna like wrap her arms around him and woo.
Oh, someone did want a hug.
Yeah.
Seydlitz is going to jump in as Antares pulls Mina in.
I need a roll from Antares. I need a roll from Antares. You will get an asset for Mina. But this is going to be a might roll. This is going to be difficulty 6.
Okay.
That's it. A might roll. Anything that is like strength or grip based would help you here.
Okay, let me see here. Well, I have my 3 shifts in might, so it's -3 to my difficulty. Let's see. What's surging confidence? No, that's not going to do anything for me.
Mina has a divine shift in strength. Can he assist?
You are already giving an assist.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Might be a reach, but I have push on through, which is I could ignore the effects of terrain while moving for 1 hour. I could argue that whatever is happening here is considered terrain of the fall.
I really like the argument. I like the
it's a
argument.
It's a property of the environment.
I like the argument. However, it's less about dealing with the environment and dealing with than it is about dealing with an unexpected shift. So I'm going to say no on that one. I do appreciate the attempt on that one though. That's a good pull out of your ass.
Mm-hmm. Divine shifts, healing, manifest abyss, revered disfavor. All these revered things are really not really useful. And bolster nimbus, nothing. So no, just my
Divine shifts.
Yep.
Okay.
Divine shifts. Hold on. Submit.
So you get an asset. You do get an asset from Mina.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend 2 effort and 1 asset for Mina. Success.
Okay. Cool.
Jeez. Just
so
barely.
You
God.
you jump in here, and what you feel is that your body starts to go into something. All of you feel this, and Terrius, you feel as though something is trying to separate Mina and you from Mina, and you kind of grab on tighter. Unfortunately, the two of you are now in whatever this thing is, and like kind of stuck together. So you guys kind of feel, it feels like you're in a tube. A wet, slimy, roughly person-sized tube. You immediately lose sight of Seydlitz. Seydlitz, you immediately lose sight of your companions. Mina and Antares, you are pressed together as you slide through a wet tube. This thing smells acrid, vaguely acidic as you begin to slide through this tube, and it lurches to the left as you lurch to the right as you poof hit as it banks. So it's the same thing. You feel your stomach drop out as you feel a sharp drop, immediately like pivot and move forward. You seem to be in the world's worst water slide.
No, are we like in the colon of the third deep? Fucking hell.
And on that question, that's where we end episode 54 of The Rise.
You can't do that. Fuck.
That's it for this episode. We'll
I was
find
about to
out.
argue. It's like, will Control Fall do anything for me?
We
I
will
guess
find
it's
out where they come out the other end on the next episode.
I take Korax out of the bag and throw him so he can experience this.
Oh man. This episode went down the tubes. That's it.
You know, it was cool until it was colon, okay?
Oh God. I love that. That's the name of this episode is Fate is a Wound, best slip and slide. That is where we will end this episode 54, Fate is a Wound. And we'll pick up on the ass end of whatever the hell happened today in the next episode. Chris will be back. He'll get to fully experience wet tubes along with all of you. And I make no apologies for whatever the fuck happened with this episode. That being said, let's go around, do our introductions, get the hell out of here, and so we can do our after show. And you guys can join us over on Patreon to hear the cast's opinion of wet tubes. We will start with Matt. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
I'm Matt or D. You'll find me here in the Patreon campaign playing Seydlitz, our very rather grouchy hunter.
Yeah.
And or in the Patreon one shots. Catch those next weekend.
Yeah. All right.
We did a double the time this month.
We did a double this month. Yeah, for sure. All right. Next up, G. Who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
Hello, I'm the friendly neighborhood lightning invoker. You'll find me pretty much in all things unMadeGaming and all the Patreon content, which includes the one-shots next weekend or next Saturday, and then the Patreon campaign Mundus Novus on Sunday. The campaign here, and you'll find me in the Discord all the time.
Hell yeah. And last but not least, Norm, who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
I'm Norma Snow. You'll find me in the Patreon campaign, in the one-shots when I can make it, and in a moist tube near you.
Hell freaking yeah. Everyone loves a moist tube. Don't let them kid you. That's it for us. If you guys like what we do here and you want to support the channel like these fine folks, the best place to do it is over on our Patreon link in the description down below. While you're down there, click on that Discord link. Join us in the Discord. Be a part of the community. Be a part of the conversation. Talk about your wet tube experiences. And with that, we will see you guys next time. So from all of us to you, bye-bye.